All right, so today, 9:30 was when they redid a lot of the steps here, you can see. So 9:30 today, the video about how the leaf blowers were going for 50 minutes. Then we did the township back padding about how we're #1 and everyone loves this place. Again, zero social cohesion and zero sense of community. But again, #1 place to live, #1 place in, I guess, pretty trees. Okay, I'll give it to them. #1 place in pretty trees. And my big complaint is fucking leaf blowers all day long. So I'm out in the woods. They have a little area for archery, a little thing. This is between the creek over here. Well, let's see what holy fucking hell is going on here, right? I can smell the gas, but it's not blowers, it's big giant mowers. So this is the archery range. We don't want to step in front of any archers. There's nobody here today, right? Can we see? You see the issue? Oh, it's right behind. All right. It's just... I mean, I get it. You're going to put grass here, and then you have to kind of, you know, what do you call it? Mow it. Right? But... Oh, because it's so efficient, you know. Somebody can spend their time doing this instead of, right? Again, this is the noise supremacy thing. Oh, it's nature, and oh, the quiet, and go outside. Yeah, I actually had to wash my hands with non-potable water. There's some rain collector things. Because I fell in the kind of creek, it's flooded. Of course, we're not going to bother to put a proper bridge there because, you know, all these fat pigs, you know, they're probably going to be using this anyways, but that's fine. I managed to climb over the creek, wash my hands off, mostly. You know, okay, fine. No need to preference hikers. At least it's quiet nature, right? And then it's like, oh yeah, let's just cut the grass just noisily with a riding mower. Right. This is the noise supremacy thing, is you can never get away from this shit, you know? Mosquito. You can never get away from this shit. You know, I walk, what, 20-30 minutes into the woods now? Arriving in this little, you know, there's some little adventure course here, right? And Buzzy Buzz for, I don't know, forever. It's about 3:30. And again, #1. Again, and this is, I don't know if it's operated by the township. I know there used to be a YMCA here. They got rid of that, and the township actually bought it itself. So the recreation center is actually owned by the township. So I don't know. I know they rent this out to some company that does the, right. So I don't know if the archery range itself is property of... We'll look that up. I'm sure the property maps will see who owns it properly. And again, even if they rent it out and those people have the responsibility of upkeeping the ground. Okay, if it's township property, then, you know, as I 80% sure. We'll look it up. We have property. I'm not going to look it up here. I'll look it up online and post something in. It's just this, oh yeah, just make as much noise whenever, you know. Again, no one wants to hike here. No one wants to have a conversation. Again, these are picnic benches. Am I supposed to like go like what, a quarter of a mile where I don't hear this shit? You know, it's just, but #1, again, #1 in everything. You know? Is there a schedule? Like, you know, because if you want to come out here and do archery, I guess you have to wait 20-30 minutes. I don't know. But is there some kind of schedule of, okay, when can I avoid all this nonsense? Oh no, it's just whatever. No, and again, these are noise canceling, right? Did anybody hear that? I don't. Oh boy. Yeah. There was a giant ant on me. It didn't bite, so that's good. But so that's again #1 place to live is the quiet nature. It looks nice. The aesthetics are great, and then if you happen to have ears, it's just fucking out. Again, Friday 3:30, something like that. Just, mow whenever you want. It's fine. I mean, that's got to be township, absolutely. Well, I don't. We'll look it up. I'm almost certain it's got to be based on my feeling. Because that was, again, this is the health center they have here that was formerly YMCA, and then they're like, yeah, we can't make it work. And then the township did buy it up. It's just, and again, I don't know where on the map we are, but it's like, just go out to the forest here, nice and pretty. Okay. I mean, we're pretty far away. Now, they're also putting new boards on the rest of here, so, that's also fun. You can maybe hear that, but okay, fine, construction. You're gonna have to do it sometime, Again, we are pretty far away. And again, that's what the natural sounds. Like you can hear some birds, some cicadas, I think. And even that's not drowning it out, right? I can easily hear it. We were going to come this way anyways. I just want to know how far I can hear it. And again, I know, okay, I talk about okay, fine, have a big lawn, have a big field. Well, here we are. You're going to have to cut it at some point. But is there any attempt to sort of schedule it with, hey, this is when we cut stuff, let's have one loud day, and no, just whenever. I suspect you probably cut it just now, right? It still is. Even with the traffic, even with everything else, it still is an annoying sound. Now, let's see this way, right? It's just a sound that is not canceled out, right? Let me see. No, it's there now. If there's a podcast playing, could I take a, sunbathing in the middle of the field here? Maybe. But it's just this, I guess you have to escape here, and then there's leaf blowers there, because we have this kind of, this is a much smaller lake. I actually wanted to come out here and kayak a little bit, but because it's surrounded by houses all the time, well, guess what happens then? Leaf blower 24/7, whenever, whatever. It's just, what a waste, because again, I did the 9:30 leaf blower video today. I did the township #1 results, and here's our self-backpatting PDF. You can download the whole thing and realize, 80+% of the people here make 100 grand or more. Half the people almost stay at home, and that's only remote workers. If you're retired and you're like, I don't have a job, I guess that doesn't count. So it's got to be more than 45%, because mothers who stay at home, that counts. But that's not a remote worker. I mean, you're on local, right? That's your job. So if people honestly answer that, it's got to be more than half the people who, at least a household, stays at home. And this is tolerable, And you have these people who are like, just have kids, you appreciate. Is this what kids are? You take them here and it's just fucking loud all day long? All right, let's run through the intersection. Fucking hell. So, yeah, my hands hurt. I don't know how long we're gonna make this. We're filming like hours today, I'm glad I cleared out the memory in here and loaded up the camera, because good Lord, it's pretty, yeah, it's just very intensive today. But they even have these things where you can rent the kayak. You swipe your credit card, right? Well, we'll see. See right here, and then right over here. Let's see what's going on. Right? And it's like, okay, yeah, aesthetically I like it, but I also have other senses called ears. You know, I have hearing. And this just doesn't work well for me when it's fucking loud, okay? I can hear it. I mean, so the traffic covers it up a little bit, but it's just that moaning of that engine. I don't know how far we are away. Maybe insert that here, because I want to make more work for myself, right? Again, these are these world famous community pools. You can see it. We'll go by, right? And it looks great aesthetically, you know, but it's not open. Because why would you be open on a Friday at 3:30 for the general public, right? So then you look at the satellites of everything, and every other person has a pool. You can't swim in it because it's too small. And again, yeah, you're hearing this noise all day long. So, you know, swim when the neighbors aren't too loud, because, you know, former left bozo love to play music at midnight. You can't do it then, because they're it's just horrible. You know? Again, this is actually a small little man-made lake. It's not the big lake I kayak in, mostly. But, I mean, is the sound over there that horrible? I mean, it's tolerable. But again, you know, you have these more multi-million, well, I don't know if it's but let's say $1 million mansions here. These are not super big. It's not the same lake we were at now. You know, oh, look at that. That's a leaf blower people right there. Their trucks are loud. It's just like, what the fuck, you know? What wasted potential? You know, hey, there's enough money to build a pool that you're so rich you don't have to use 3/4 of the year, right? Just plop it there and maybe you can use it. You know? You can dig out a lake like this, it's nice and pretty, and then let's ruin it with noise all day long. Whenever, whatever. You know? And then we get to beat our chest and back and every body part, you know, about how it's number one. You know, it's 97% this year. It's like, and yet there's still fucking noise. And that's, again, that's township noise, most likely. You know? And again, so this is a nice, again, I could tan, and again, it's September, so it's not even that bad anymore in terms of you getting ass blasted from the sun. And, no, let's go peer in here. So it's what, probably 4 now? I don't want to touch it because I don't know right. So September 2nd, maybe it's open for Labor Day or whatever's coming up. I don't know. I always confuse the two. But here we go. So 5:30 or 3:30, 4. Let's say 4. I don't know exactly. And nobody. Friday. No, we have to close it. I mean, it's only about 90 degrees today. It's right. You know. No, tell me where I'm wrong, please. I really need comments to say you're crazy and why. Am I in the wrong for saying maybe it's too much? Maybe if you're going to brag about your goddamn pools, maybe have them open. They sure look pleasing aesthetically. Can you have a goddamn pool that's open? You know? I don't think it's that much to ask for. That if you're going to have this here, you're going to maintain it, maybe let people use it 3/4 of the year. Or in the 3/4 where you're not, right? No. It's pretty, it's aesthetic, it's not functional. It's a facade of prettiness, it's a facade of nature, zero attempt. Again, over here, what do we see here? Here's a truck. We can't zoom it selfie. I don't know I'm doing selfie, but right over here. That's more leaf blowing trucks. I don't know, they're maybe done, right? But that's a landscaping truck, right? Well, hold on. I hear some birds. Okay, so again, this is the incidental quiet. It's quiet, okay. I can't hear anything. But how long? Can I say, oh, if it's sunny and it's 4 p.m. Fridays or every day, I'll just sit out here and listen to the birds, and maybe there's a couple fish that... No, because that bozo, all of these bozos at any time, these are probably... I'll look up how much these cost, We'll see. Yeah, I'll put those in, make more work for myself. So these are, again, this is definitely not the 100 to 150,000 crowd. I think it's a little more than that, This is the much more than that crowd. So, and yet people just put up with it. There's no, right, there isn't that sense of community where it's like, hey, can we just talk about this? It's a bit fucking loud. It would be nice to use these benches and say, look at, all of this stuff all the time, right? And be like, oh, this is fun. And it's fun now. But for how long, right?